Well, a chance to dry out for a majority of the country. Big winter storm starting to make its exit out of the country into the northeast corner of the United States. For us here locally, kind of the rain and that mix that we saw of some freezing rain. Any idea of that is well off towards the east right now. We're dealing with the cold behind this system, and you can see how much of the eastern half of the country still dealing with these extreme cold warnings or cold weather advisories. They'll stretch all the way from New Mexico up into New York. So we're still dealing with the frigid effects of this system, and you can see where we've got current temperatures right now in the single digits for Kansas City, Chicago, and Minneapolis. These are not wind chill values. These are the actual temperatures right now. And here in Baton Rouge, we're at 34 degrees. So we're a little bit better off than them, but maybe not by much. Of course, the exception to where we've got the frigid temperatures is in, well, Southern California and Southern Florida. That's where they're dealing with some mild air currently right now. And Miami, a little bit hot under the collar, maybe a little bit at 86 for their noon temperature right now. So we're dealing with hard freeze conditions once again into tomorrow morning. You can see freeze durations expected to be anywhere from 10 to 18 hours across our viewing area. So got to take care of the 4 P's as we look towards tomorrow. That's people, pets, plants, and pipes. So if you made it through the pipe, made it with pipes today without having to do any coverings, you might want to consider doing it tonight because we are going to be even colder for morning lows by a handful of degrees. We were 23 for the low temperature this morning. I've got the low at 20 for Baton Rouge for tomorrow morning. And I've got some teens as you go north of the capital city. You can see 19 for Opelousas, New Roads, 18 for Woodville and Macomb, well below where we should be this time of year, which is 42, but not quite record territory. That would be 16 on this date, set back, or tomorrow's date, set back in 1940. So continuing our first alert for the hard freeze conditions as well as the extreme cold warning for tomorrow morning. We get rid of all that by the time we get towards noon tomorrow. You'll notice, though, temperatures still expect to remain below freezing for a good chunk of this week. And we've got another Arctic blast heading our way Friday into Saturday. So if you have the pipes wrapped, don't unwrap them because we're going to need them wrapped again for the upcoming weekend. We'll flirt with another hard freeze for Wednesday morning, kind of 25, 26 degrees. That's that kind of borderline temperature where we could see some pipe issues around the viewing area. So for tomorrow's forecast, going to be a pretty looking day. It's just going to remain chilly, although we are going to see a bit of a warming trend into the afternoon. We'll set daytime highs in the upper 40s, but after that 20-degree morning start, it's going to start out cold and it's probably going to stay chilly for most of us. Here's a look at the future temperature change. Our kind of big Arctic blast right now, it's going to start to exit off towards the east and northeast, but we're still under this kind of northerly wind flow in the mid and upper levels. Now, a ridge tries to develop to our west, a bit of a tug of war between two features, but eventually this dip in the jet stream is going to win out once again, and another blast of Arctic air is heading our way as we look towards the upcoming weekend. So again, I showed you in that low temperature map how we dropped from 38 Friday morning low to back to the 20s and low 20s at that for Saturday morning. So we've got another Arctic blast that's going to bring about some of those changes. But what about the timing of that cold air with the cold front that moves through and any available moisture? Well, right now, a lot of our long range models are indicating it's just going to be of the liquid variety, as you can see, with some showers passing through early on Friday. Got them as scattered variety as of right now, so rain chance at 30% for Friday. Of course, if that changes or if anything changes in terms of the cold air that we've got coming our way again this weekend, we will update you first right there on the free WASB First Alert weather app. It's free in all your app stores as well as the Google Play Store. Great tool to have in the palm of your hand as you can track all of the winter weather heading our way for the rest of the season. 38 degrees, that'll be the daytime high today. We're down to 20 for tomorrow morning, 49 for your daytime high, so starting to rebound. But right now I don't have a high above 59 degrees and I don't have a low above 38 degrees. So the frigid air, yeah, it's here and it looks like it's here to stay at least through next weekend.